Hello, everybody. I'm very happy to be here at our symposium and to have this opportunity to present something even in this online form. I work as a book and paper conservator at the Historical Archive in Cologne, and I will speak about our new modular book cradle system. So let's start. In 2019, the idea was born to create a modular book cradle system for the forthcoming temporary exhibitions at our new archive building site. The big opening was planned for autumn 2021. For a long time, I had played with this idea to create something based on various parts, almost like a Lego blocks. A very simple idea. You take a few acrylic glass pieces and build a custom-made book cradle for an exhibition object. Now, first, I would like to say a few things about the development and ordering process. Development of the system started in mid-2019 and continued until early 2021, always preparing for the long-awaited inaugural exhibition after the big move into the new building. So it took a bit of time to have all the pieces together. It was a project in progress. First step was to define what kind of forms, shapes, and sizes we needed, and then the quantity we should order according to our future exhibitions. Of course, it is not easy to look into the future, but we had already experience with other exhibitions, and so I tried to make the right choices for us. All parts are made by a specialized manufacturer. In the time of development of the system, we placed 3 orders of different acrylic parts. Some factors were to be considered before designing the building kit. We say Baukasten in German. The time you need to build a cradle should be short. Everybody knows how time-consuming it is to prepare the objects for an exhibition, and that is the case in our archive too. The material should not be too expensive and available. Our budget is not limitless. The durability should be very high and long-lasting. Material properties are very important too. That's why we used acrylic glass. And of course, there was always the sustainability factor on my mind for the future use of the system, to use it again and again. In our time, sustainability is getting more and more weight in our decisions, and we wanted to take this factor very seriously. I have to say at the beginning that this system is designed for temporary exhibitions. We don't have a permanent exhibition. First, I would like to show you the building parts which make this system work. On this picture, you see the entire system. In the next slides, I will present and explain all the different parts. We have the basic book rattle sets. It was decided to have a range of 7 different sizes, consisting of 2 wedges with the same dimensions and 1 simple base plate. The base plate is a bit smaller than 2 wedges combined together and functions as a foundation. There are 10 to 25 sets depending on their size. Some have more and some have less. In total, we have 95 sets in our building kit. Here you can see some data about them. For the first concept, I started to make sketches on the sets with dimensions and information about glass thickness and how the form should be. These sketches were used to discuss details with the manufacturer until the final ordering process. We used 5mm acrylic glass in GS quality because it is stronger without any problems like very small cracks inside the acrylic material if it is bended. The basic wedges were bent out of one piece of acrylic glass by using heat. Nothing was glued together. We wanted a very stable structure, even for heavy books. On the top side, the acrylic glass is overlapping, making the structure even stronger. This overlapping can be used to insert a soft material like thin polyester felt on the surface, for example, to protect a leather or parchment binding. In addition to the basic sets, we have a big range of other acrylic glass parts. Many acrylic glass plates in different sizes and thickness, for example, to adjust the height of one side of the book cradle when you need just 1 or 2 centimeters. We have 6 smaller wedges which can be used to adjust the opening angle of a book. These wedges are made out of 4mm acrylic glass and are like the basic sets bent with heat in the production process. The 10-degree piece is for adjusting the view angle of the book cradle. And the last parts are small blocks of acrylic glass in 8 different sizes to achieve the required structure if you need something like a platform for other parts or wedges. The blocks and plates are made out of acrylic glass in XT quality, which has a lower cost but doesn't bend very well. All the pieces are polished and the edges are very soft for safe handling. The system has now 615 parts altogether. Some parts were designed and ordered additionally to make it more practical for us. They are stored in labeled boxes according to shape and size, and some are covered with Tyvek to keep them clean and without scratches. We can find every part very easily. The power strip is the second important ingredient for this system. The acrylic glass parts are fixed or better glued together with the use of cut-up transparent tesa power strips in a way that can be later removed again. There is a small piece glued outside on the vertical side, here colored in blue. This part can be pulled and the strip is removed without any tape residue. None of these power strips are coming in direct contact with the exhibits and are only holding the structure together for the duration of the temporary exhibition. Now, let's see how to build a book cradle with our modular system. I will show examples and explain the steps in a few pictures. These are the acrylic glass parts we will use for our book cradle. A basic set, 2 blocks, 1 opening angle piece, and some power strips. Of course, we use a base plate and a viewing angle piece. Here we have the combination of the 2 foundation pieces. Normally we combine them only when preparing the already made book cradle for the showcase. It is the last step before placing the book on it, but I wanted to show you how it looks. A very simple one with only 2 wedges. I did not use for this picture series the power strip, just to show some variations and what you can do with all the different pieces. By using different blocks, we can adjust the height on the one side of the book cradle. I did these constructions with a book cradle set number 6. This is the smallest of all, and that's why it looks a bit out of proportion. I wanted to show the acrylic glass parts more for this presentation. Some other views of the book cradles. It seems heavy, but you will see later that it looks very different in the current exhibition and under the light conditions inside the showcases. With a 20-degree wedge to adjust the opening angle for a book. We have wedges from 20 to 60 degrees for this kind of situations. We can be very creative with this kind of acrylic glass pieces, and for almost every book there is a solution on how to display it. Here with a small 4 cm higher platform on the left side. Now, some examples from the current exhibition, but first a few words about it. The exhibition has the title Vergiss es nicht, meaning forget it not. It's about the memory of the city of Cologne after the collapse in 2009, about remembering and to be forgotten. In the exhibition we have over 100 objects, 35 of them are books, for which we prepared 55 book cradles. For some objects we planned to change the exhibited page after a few weeks. Some pieces have 3 changes, and that means more book cradles. Our new exhibition space features 26 new modular showcases with various LED systems inside, from spots to panels. 5 different showcases types with new data logging system for temperature, humidity, and light measurement. The exhibition space is like a black box. No daylight comes in, and we keep the light around 50 lux. Touchscreens and iPads with information on the exhibited objects are available. We are keeping all the required museum standards. Here are some examples of book cradles made for this exhibition. These 3 large books are heavy and needed very good support. This is the book cradle we built earlier as an example, with and without the exhibited book. You see how the acrylic glass cradle is almost disappearing in dark light conditions. That's what we wanted. Another variation with a wedge in a vertical position and an addition of a plate with museum board. This is probably one of the most complex constructions in our exhibition, with almost every type of parts there is. Below left an image how it looks in the showcase. One more example of how creative you can be with all these acrylic glass parts. This is the same but a different angle, and we had put a museum board with polyester felt on it to protect the binding material. Of course, the system is not for every book. We managed to make it fit for almost 80% of the objects. Some small books have a book cradle made out of bivalve, which was bent with heat by us exactly for the piece. The cost of the system is in its entirety fairly low, with 6,000 euros in total, if you consider the usage for a long duration and its variability. We think it will last at least 15 years, maybe more. That means the average is about 400 for every year an exhibition. Parts can easily be renewed, or additional parts can be designed to make it even better in the future, in the practical sense. It can be fully recycled at 100%. That is the sustainability factor we wanted to achieve. This includes the Powerstrip pieces that are collected after the use. Overall, we think it's a good approach for our exhibited objects as shown in the first exhibition. I hope you will agree. Visit us at the Historical Archive in Cologne and see for yourself how it looks. Thank you very much for watching this presentation. If you have any questions, you can always send an email and I will answer, of course. Stay healthy in these difficult times and have a nice day.